Hello and welcome everybody to today's video. Welcome to the Vee Academy. My name is Crumbrion, Professor Crumbrion, if you would. And today, we're going to be taking a look at a wonderful game that we played on Pokemon Trading Card Game Live. And be happy to get your reactions to it. Please like and subscribe if you enjoy this kind of content. If you want to follow me and watch games in real time, check me out on twitch.tv/Crumbrion. For now, let's go check out the game. Thanks for watching.
3, 2, 1, go!
If you can rare candy a Gardevoir and then manually evolve a Ralts, like that's the ideal situation, just having one Kirlia on the bench with one Gardevoir. That's the ideal situation because then you can Turos the Guardian and evolve the Kirlia right away. Or if you have rare candy, you can just evolve. Like you basically want to have like just a two of these at any point in time. You want to have two Ralts on the bench. Because one evolves to Kirlia, one evolves to Gardevoir, and then you're chilling for the rest of the game. Yeah, and I think Fluttermane over Klawf because Fluttermane allows you to use Mew, it allows you to use Munkidori, it allows you to use Lily's Clefairy when we eventually get that in the deck. It's going to be difficult to, I mean, TM Evo doesn't really seem like it's doing anything. So I think TM Evo is a cut. And that could be the Lily's Clefairy, actually. Because this is the only card that I've had in my hand and it hasn't done anything at all for me. Like I've never felt the need to use it. I was thinking, I'm like, well, the second Kirlia, maybe we don't need the second Kirlia, but big but there are situations that it's actually not bad having a second Kirlia. But like maybe if we don't have the TM Evo, we don't need it. And that could open up a spot for two cards. Like one of them, obviously, getting rid of TM Evo. It's also interesting because we don't necessarily need TM Evo as much with Larry's and Explorer's Guidance because we can go out and grab things that we need necessarily. Because like we can go out and grab a Kirlia to evolve. And we can go out and grab an Arven with Larry's for like the follow-up turn. Or like what we could do is we can grab Larry's, we can use Larry's to grab Gardevoir and Arven, and then the following turn we have Rare Candy Guardy. That's also a possibility if we don't get hand disrupted. But like grabbing Arven is not bad because if we get Ionode, we don't have Rare Candy in hand. I mean, we'd have Gardevoir in hand, but we wouldn't have Rare Candy in hand necessarily. Because Larry's discards the hand first and then searches for things, so we wouldn't be able to do that if we had Rare Candy in hand. But we also can do stuff like Secret Box and stuff. I do think like Larry's for Mew is crazy. If you don't have Mew on the bench, I think getting Mew with Larry's is kind of bonkers. Feels really good. The other part that's nice about Mew is if Mew gets locked in the active against Block Lax, genome hacking just knocks Block Lax out. Like, yes, it puts Mew to sleep, but you just take a Block Lax out. It just does 150. And then you have the damage that you can move off of Mew. Yeah, this list is feeling pretty fucking good. I think post-rotation, when the new cards do come out, I think TM Evo is going. I think TM Evo is getting cut. If we cut the second Kirlia, we might put in a third Brave Charm. I think it might be a third Bravery Charm. Because those feel like they're going to be super fucking powerful in this deck. For things like Budew, for things like Mew. Giving extra HP on like Fluttermane or Screamtail, obvious, like the two attackers obviously, but like maybe Fezandipiti taking that out of range because that's going to be the only bench liability outside of Mew. Like these two will be a bit tough to protect, but Mew goes to 230 with the Bravery Charm, and Fez goes to 260, which is not bad. Pretty fucking solid. It's feeling pretty good. And it's feeling pretty goddamn good. Like we played against some pretty cringe stuff. It's mostly pre-rotation stuff we've played against, but but at least feeling it out so far, it doesn't feel slow. It feels like we're getting like a pretty good brisk pace with what we're trying to do with the deck. It doesn't feel like we're really struggling to do any one thing. Going first doesn't feel terrible. This is fuck off. This isn't great because we can't get the second Pokemon down here. But they also can't attack this turn. That's insane. Oh my god. Okay. Are you kidding me? Beezum's Christmas. All right, what do we want for the next turn? Because, I mean, we have Larry's. We also just don't need to grab a supporter. I mean, we could also just... I mean, we have a fucking so much discard right now. We probably don't even need Larry's. We have 4 energy in the discard pile. Insane. Ralts. Seems like the play. We have Artisan in hand. There's nothing else we really need to put down, and I don't want to give them a Pokemon, so I think we just chill until next turn. We could put Monkey down. I think we save it. We save it. Okay. We should have... Oh, man. We could have gotten Arven here to get to kind of like... If we top deck Guardy, we could have had Guardy out next turn. That'll be a little bit sad if we do top deck Guardy here, but at least we'll have an Iona. We can get Monkey down. We have the Dark Attach on Monkey. We have Iono to refresh the hand. Peaches, 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 peaches. We also don't need to commit Bravery Charm. My guess here is they're going to Iono. Because I just grabbed a ton of shit, and I'm sure they are not going to be happy about it. They're going to Iono me before. Oh, they Arven. Interesting. Respect. I respect it. They can't use Unified Beatdown, so... Precious Trolley. Okay, so they're going for... They can't donk. Because they can only do 80. They can't donk Screamtail. Peaches, 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 peaches. I guess this is Klawf. Good thing we didn't put down ours on yet. They're going to put down... Area 0. Yeah, you can't donk me yet, sir. Sorry about your luck. What's really funny is that actually if we do get Gardevoir, oh well, yeah, if we get Gardevoir out, we can roaring scream like instantly. Pretty funny. Yeah, there's the Klawf. Again, slightly different. They're not going to have Sneasler. They're not going to have Lumineon. They're not going to have Sealstone. Okay, that's fine. That is okay. What else do they have in their hand? We don't know. Ultra Ball, that's sad. Actually, no, it doesn't matter, right? Ultra Ball gets us Guardy, but that doesn't matter because we didn't have Rare Candy. We go Monkey. Monkey. 160, that's easy to hit for 160. Let's go after this guy. I think I want to save the Bravery Charm here. I don't necessarily want to Ultra Ball for anything here either, so I think we just Iono. We could get a Kirlia out. Not really going to do anything for us right now. That kind of helps for follow-up turn, but not necessarily this turn. Dark Energies are kind of troll. They're going to have to attack with Unified Beat or retreat into Petch, I guess. No, they have to retreat into Petch this turn. Which, if they're attaching, they may as well just be using Unified Beat. I guess they're going to boss up Ralts here. Come on, top deck Gardevoir, please. Top deck Gardevoir, that'd be great. We got our monkey down. It was important. What do we bring up after Screamtail? Probably monkey. I would think monkey here. Well, Screamtail might not be the target. They might be going after Ralts, but we'll see. They might be getting Switch Card here or something. Which also won't be in rotation. Which card is rotating? We also retain Screamtail here as well, which is nice, because Screamtail comes back with Night Stretchers. At any point in time, we can just start picking off the bench. Like, obviously, big target Squawk, easy to hit. Minion, easy to hit. Didn't get Iono'd. Adios. Yeah, they're going to retreat to Etch, obviously. Makes sense. And again, like, they're wasting an energy on Terapagos, which is fine. We can't get the Fez. That's... Arvening again, interesting. Interesting. They have to have some kind of energy in hand. Put up Munkidori. Actually put up Ralts. No, we put up Monkey, because we could attack. This is a post-rotation, no refinement Kirlia. Okay, that's huge. That's actually insane. Okay. We get Rare Candy here. Rare Candy and Charm. We sequence this properly here. So 30 damage is going on. Go Terapagos, because that's what's going to be attacking. Don't bother charming. They're gonna have to spend something to get that back. I don't think they're gonna be attacking with it. I think they're gonna be using that. I think they're gonna be going for. Wow, we got another one. That's huge. I think they're gonna be going for Terapagos to attack this turn, which is why we put the damage on that one for return here. And we put 30 on Latias to take that, to prioritize taking out that one next. And then they lose their free retreat costs. And they can't hit 300, I don't think. And they hit 300 with... Hold on. 40... Oh yeah, they hit it with Radiant Sneasler, right? But we do get the Gardevoir back instantly, so that's not bad. Yeah, we get the Gardevoir back right away. That's fine. If they double turbo though, they don't get it, but they have to get the regular energy. So we have Arven, we get Gardevoir back right away, and then we take out Terapagos instantly. We put 30 on Latias. And that's fine. We had to put the extra damage on that one, I think. Or did we not? No, we probably didn't need to, actually. Because it would have ticked over. So maybe the 30 damage would have been better spent somewhere else. I don't know. Maybe not. Put up Ralts because we don't need to spend anything on retreating in that way. Fine. Ultra Ball's insane. Might want to keep Charm. No. Just get Guardy. That. Do we Arven this turn for anything? I think we can Arven... For what? For Stretcher or what? We have Boss. I guess we go Mew. For card draw. We don't have Mew. That's fine. Drifloon probably. Yeah, Drifloon's better. It's 20, 40, 60, 180. That's enough to kill that, actually. Without a charm. Riddles. Okay. Riddles with the raid. Welcoming Riddles. Let's see. We're doing 180. We just need to do how much? I mean, I probably don't want to overcook this. I just don't want to overcook it. I'll just put 30 on Latias. Wing. We have game next turn. If they decide to... Oh, we don't have game necessarily, actually. No, there's Mew. That's good. Griddle Ray, let's go, Griddles. So now they can't just get rid of our charm for KO here. They have to actually attack the Drifloon or poison it. Which means Drifloon has to stay in the active for them to knock it out. Oh, and they lose their bench too. Oh boy, that's huge actually. Okay, that's very good. They didn't get rid of Latias either, so that damage is still on board. Oh yeah, we just KO Rotom if they take out Guardy, we just KO Rotom. If they take out Drifloon, we just KO Rotom. I think we actually... no, we need to take out Terapagos. Okay, so now they're not KOing Guardy instantly, that's fine. Top 8 tonight, let's go, Griddles, let's go. Good fucking shit. Let's think about what we have. We need to take out Terapagos, because that's the only thing that can really swing into Gardevoir damage-wise. Now, this might mean that we can't put down Mew anymore. We could put down Mew before, but I don't know if we can now. If they take out Gardevoir, we can't. If they don't take out Gardevoir... Or sorry, if they take out Gardevoir, we can. If they don't take out Gardevoir, we can't. Because they're going to take one prize here. At least. Good shit, Griddles. Playing some Dragapult. You're poisoning. Okay. That's fine. We have boss, so this doesn't matter. We're leaving 20 on Guardy. It'd be really nice if we could get a second monkey down with Dark Energy, but... Research... So we can't take out Terapagos this turn. Right? Believe. We boss up, well, I mean, if we boss up the Sneasler, it's not really going to matter. They also just can't kill Guardy with Terapagos right now. The math doesn't work for them, I don't believe. Actually, it might, because we might have too much damage on us now. We really did need a second monkey here. So if we take out Latias, they attack with that and they potentially win off of it. We gust that up. It requires them to get a lot of pieces back, but they probably have it anyways. Because they searched for it last turn, right? I believe. Yeah, they did. So they already have the pieces for next turn here. This is a bit spooky. So we could go after Terapagos here. We can go after Latias. I think they just have it, unfortunately. I think they just have it here either way. Well, we're going to force them to have it, because they're going to have a full bench. I can't afford to put Mew down because they just went off of boss. Well, we'll see. I don't know the math well enough. If that 20 damage is going to be different, is going to make a difference or not. Double turbo. Well, they also don't have Mochi. That could be a thing. Yeah, they would have had boss, so that's fine. They would have had boss. Good thing I didn't play Mew. I mean, again, like, this won't matter, so... Of course they have black belts. Gotta be kidding. Well, not enough. And it was not enough. And it was not enough. GG's. Second monkey, holy shit. And it was not enough. GG's. We got the second dark, so we would have been able to push over more. Get fucking shit on, Klawf. Oh my god, it's amazing when Klawf players don't understand their own fucking deck, dude. That is so cool. He thought that by promoting Pecharunt that the poison damage was going to be enough to kill Gardevoir. He didn't realize that Poison Tick takes place before he promotes a Pokemon because his Pokemon died during Pokemon Checkup. So Pokemon Checkup happens, we take the 30 damage, it's not enough for KO. It KOs his own Terapagos. And then, yeah. Was that a missed sequence? It wasn't, right? Because he had to attack with Terapagos. So that actually was, holy fuck, that was the crazy. Okay, so let's go over this game. This I'm probably going to highlight on YouTube. This was actually insane. That freaking boss won us the game, and I'll explain why later, but that was actually crazy. So we have a really terrible opening. We just have Screamtail with literally nothing. We have nothing, so we're going first. So like we can Earthen Vessel energy away. We don't have any Pokemon search in this opening hand, so it's kind of really bad for us. Going into Klawf too, which is really, it feels fucking bad knowing that it's Klawf now. This feels really terrible because we could have had a Pokemon the following turn, but they would have donked us. But we get Screamtail out. We top deck Secret Box, which is insane. So then we just Earthen Vessel to get rid of an energy, draw 2 energy. We Secret Box to throw away 3 fucking energy to get Buddy Poffin, Charm, Iono for following turn. Or Iono for like, yeah, because it was our first turn. Iono for the following turn and or option, and then Artisan. Like this is a bonkers top deck. Like having energy in hand, having 2 energy in hand, having Earthen Vessel. So we get rid of 1 energy. We draw 2 more. So we get full value by throwing away 4 energy to start the game. Literally turn 0, we have 4 energy in the discard pile. Jesus Christ. Tell me that Secret Box is not good in Gardevoir, please. So we found out at this turn that they were playing Klawf, which is really annoying. Really funny that Black Belt's training didn't win them the game there. If they had Binding Mochi, I think they actually do win, which is insane. So they get Lumineon. The Lumineon for Arven. Arven gets Precious Trolley turn fucking 1, of course. Gets them their capsule. They get everything they need on the bench. They Squawk and Seize, and then they Toxic Powder. So they can't knock out Screamtail because Toxic Powder doesn't do enough to knock out Screamtail. Even with all of their little combos, they can't do it. Which is fine. So we just take 30 damage. We actually have Monkey, so Monkey can push that damage around, which the Monkey damage didn't really matter until later on in that game anyways, but this was also nice. We got Ultra Ball. Artisan gets us Monkey. We wanted to save the Ultra Ball for later. We didn't want to put Kirlia down just yet, so we Adrenabrain, damage over, we Iono. We put all of these cards back. Hello! Oh my god. Add acoustic, I like that. Welcome in. Thank you so much for the follow. So we play Iono. We put Larry's back in the deck for later because we don't need it right now. Especially considering like Larry's is a good way to discard energy, and we already have 4 energy cards in the discard pile. So like we don't even need to worry about Larry's at this point in time. So we save these cards for later. We play Iono. We end up getting Boss, which is crazy good. We end up getting Arven. Unfortunately, we get 2 dark energies, but it's fine. We had to do some tricky sequencing in this one. So On the swing back, we take 30 more damage. Unfortunately, we can't control that, so they're going to get the knockout with poison the following turn. Then they go ham here. So they get the Seal Stone. They bump Artisan for area 0. They Seal Stone for something. They Ultra Ball, get their free retreat cost in Latias. They get Klawf to the bench. They get Petra into the active slot, retreat Terapagos, Arven for binding Mochi to start getting Terapagos set up. It looks like they're running Dark Energies. I'm not sure what the Dark Energies for, but they can full damage with Unified Beatdown for 2 Dark, so that's good for them. It's the extra 20 damage does actually matter. So they instant charge for knockout because of the damage counters from poison. We assumed we were losing either Ralts or Screamtail that turn, so it wasn't really that big of a shock. We top deck Gardevoir here, which is insane because we have 4 energy in the discard pile on turn 0. On our second turn, we just have Gardevoir. Like, again, this is like fucking 4 games out of 5 now. We've had turn 2 Gardevoir. Insane. So we Rare Candy Charm. Rare Candy, obviously. We attach the energy to Gardevoir because we're going to be attacking with Gardevoir. And Miracle Force only requires 2 Psychics. So this is the bit of sequencing that I'm talking about that actually is going to matter. Not in this turn, but it actually could have mattered if they couldn't get the combo. So putting the Dark Energy saves 20 damage off of Gardevoir. One of our monkeys is prized. So we couldn't get a second Munkidori down. So having 1 monkey with a Dark Energy in play, we have 2 Dark Energy in hand, means that we can retreat the Munkidori. We don't need to attach for turn because we can attach the damage for on Gardevoir, the 20-40 for the 2 Psychic Energies because we have the 1 Dark. Then we can use the Munkidori's Adrenabrain to push the damage off and then retreat. The following turn, we have a Dark Energy in hand that we can top the monkey back up on because we know our second monkey's prized. So knowing that we don't have to hold on to the 3 Dark Energies until we get the other Munkidori, and we have ways to retrieve it. And Super Rod's back in the deck. So we don't need it right away. So we were making use of the energy that we have in hand. So Adrenabrain 30 retreats the monkey, gets Miracle Force in the active slot, 190 damage onto the Petulant knockout. So we could have used, like, it would have been nice to have something else like Countercatcher to get 190 on something more significant than just a Petulant. But it's fine. Like, the 1 prize actually does matter in this matchup, so turns out to be okay. So we get Rare Candy, so we get a second Gardevoir here in case Gardevoir gets knocked out. So we run 2 Rare Candy in this list. One of the Rare Candies was prized. We pull it off of prizes, which is phenomenal. Because we could have gotten punished for not grabbing the Kirlia earlier in the game. So, I mean, moral of the story, if you have a chance to put Kirlia and evolve Kirlia, and you don't have a chance to get Gardevoir, just evolve the fucking Kirlia. Because, like, why not? Terapagos in the active slot. So they get the nuts here. They get Terapagos with the binding Mochi. They Ultra Ball, get another Petulant to the bench. So they threw away 2 Brute Bonnets, which was interesting, but they get a second Petulant down to the bench. They Colress Tenacity for the second Dark Energy. They attack with Terapagos here. So this is actually significant. So because it's Unified Beatdown, it's maxed out at 240, but the 40 with the binding Mochi means it's 280. So it would normally swing for 260 plus 30, which in this case, we had 10 damage on Gardevoir. Gardevoir would have survived with 10 HP. So because they were attacking, like if they were using the double turbo, because they were attacking with 2 Dark, it actually made up the difference and hit for over with the 30 plus 30 damage. It ticked over to 320 because Guardy had 10 damage on it already, which is why I was kind of worried about the math at the end of the game. If they had 1 more Pokemon down, they actually would have gotten it. Gardevoir being poisoned takes 30, gets knocked out. Unfortunate. But we just have Gardevoir in hand because we had Arven, which gets us Night Stretcher. Luckily for us, we just top-decked Ultra Ball, which preserves our Arven for something different here. So Ultra Ball gets us Gardevoir. We were a Candy Gardevoir, so we just instantly have the Guardy back, which is great. Now, we promoted the Ralts because we knew that we were going to be evolving to Gardevoir. We wanted to preserve the Dark Energy as much as possible this turn, so retreat them. We don't have to retreat. We put the Gardevoir into the active. We play Arven. Arven actually gets us Nest Ball this turn instead of having to get us Gardevoir, which enables us to get Drifloon. And Drifloon's a very important grab here, because this means that we can preserve Gardevoir and force our opponent to choose between taking out a massive attacking Drifloon, which is swinging for a good amount of damage, or they have to find a way to get Gardevoir into the active. Take 2 prizes, because they have 3 prizes left. They're not just instantly winning if they KO Gardevoir. They have to go through one of our 1 prizers, so may as well not leave a big damaging attacker on the field. Just take out Drifloon, right? So we're not going to charm Drifloon here, because the Terapagos had enough damage on it that Drifloon was swinging for a KO without any modifiers that was needed on Drifloon. So we didn't want a situation where we had over HP and then they bump it with like Lost Vacuum or something like that. And then we just lose the Drifloon and lose Gardevoir. That would have been a very bad situation for us. So by taking out the Terapagos with Drifloon, this actually does a few things this turn. So we Adrenabrain damage onto Latias, because Latias is going to be a pain point for them later on, because now it's at 190, it's within Gardevoir range. If we decide to go up and attack it, we can boss, etc. We 180, 6 damage counters, Terapagos is knocked out. Now twofold here, because the bench shrinks, because Terapagos was the only Terra Pokemon they had in play, so they have to discard a bunch of Pokemon as well. So because they had that knockout, they lost a bunch of Pokemon off of their area 0. So we get Mew, which is great. Mew is awesome. It allows us a couple of options. They still have 3 prizes. If they knocked out our Gardevoir and we went down to 1 prize, then we can play Mew to bench. Because Mew would at least give us draw, and it could give us something that we could work with. If they knock out Drifloon, we do not play Mew, because Mew can get bossed up and it can get knocked out very easily. So we just choose not to play Mew if they knock out Drifloon. It gives us a pivot. Gives us some stuff to do here. So they have to discard Lumineon, they have to discard Squawkabilly, they have to discard Klawf, which is phenomenal for us, because that's 30, 60, 90 damage that's removed from the board. But they're going to have to be honest about getting back now. So they keep the Latias with damage on it as well, which is great. So they double turbo the Terapagos, which now signals to me that they are not going to have an easy time knocking out Gardevoir. They're going to have more pieces, because they're doing minus 20 damage. So they go ahead and show me that they have Night Stretcher and Ancient Booster Capsule. So now when I'm looking at a target, I have Boss in hand. When I'm looking at a target the following turn, I now know they just instantly have Brute Bonnet fully set up in hand, because I do not have a way to hand disrupt them and gust up Brute Bonnet. So if I gust up Brute Bonnet, they just instantly have it back in hand. I'm pretty sure they had a second Night Stretcher anyways, but they play Night Stretcher right away. They Toxic Powder, they put the Petrant in the active slot and do that. So they're trying to deny me Fezandipiti draw and counter draw and stuff like that. So taking out the Drifloon with poison counters, that was completely unnecessary. I don't think they should have put up the Petrant. That was just unnecessary. It was 10 damage away from being knocked out anyways, so, but whatever. So Gardevoir in the active slot. We draw Professor's Research. We don't want to discard the hand here. We Adrenabrain, so put 30 more damage onto Terapagos. The reason that we do this, the Terapagos is on the bench with a double turbo. We put 30. We can't knock it out with Gardevoir this turn because our second Munkidori is prized. But what we can do is, if they cannot take the knockout on Gardevoir, right, it gives us game. So we boss up the Terapagos. This was a very key decision. We could have gone after Brute Bonnet, but they showed that they had the pieces in hand to get Brute Bonnet back on the table, so that was a no-go. We could have gusted up Latias, but if we gust up Latias and KO it, they just pull up Terapagos, they fill up their bench, and if they can swing with Terapagos, they're going to knock us out. We're not going to have any damage on Terapagos, and then we're going to be a very sad panda because we lose if they take the knockout. Or they go into something else, because like they don't have to go into Terapagos, right? Because Terapagos has 30 damage on it. They don't necessarily need to. So if we knock out Latias, we go down to 1 prize. If they promote Terapagos and miss the KO, they poison themselves, and then all of a sudden they're at 190, and then we're guaranteed game. So they're not necessarily in a good spot, right? If they promote Terapagos, if we knock out Latias, that was a good option, but I think the best option is what we took. We took Terapagos into the active. We swung into it for 190, leaving it with 10 HP left. So that means if they poison this to try and get a KO on Gardevoir, then they knock out their own Terapagos. If they miss the KO on Gardevoir, we just instantly win, because everything on their board is under 190, so we just kill anything that is on the board. If they cannot take the KO on Gardevoir. So they play Lumineon, which is this shows me it was a good sign that I didn't put down Mew, because they just put Lumineon down on the bench. They get boss's orders. That's game. We lose. They chose not to grab a supporter because they were going to play Black Belts training. They Toxic Powder. They do not have Mochi. So already they're minus 60 damage because of the double turbo, minus 20, and then minus 40 for the no Mochi. So the previous time they were swinging for 280, now they're only swinging for barely anything at all. But now they play Black Belts training, so they're plus 40. They're doing 230 damage. And this is where it really hurts them, right? The double turbo reduces it by 20. Black Belt adds 40, and the 7 benched is 210. So they're short. They're short 240. So they're short 30 damage from the missing bench because they didn't get the other bench Pokemon back. So they were short by 30 damage there, which would have been 260 in this situation. So 260 plus 30 is 290, which is still not enough to KO Gardevoir. They would have needed Mochi. Mochi would have gotten the kill. So it was 290, would have gotten the kill. Actually, hold on, let's see. So 230 plus 40, or sorry, plus 30 is 260, plus 30 is 290. Because of the 20 damage we had on Gardevoir, we would have lost the game if they had an 8th Pokemon. They missed it on the 8th Pokemon. They take the 10 damage. They get knocked out. We take the 2 prizes there. And then we knock out the last Pokemon. Now, this is a bit of BM, but they're playing Klawf, so I'm allowed. Yeah, so any Pokemon that they put on the field, or any Pokemon that they promoted, was going to get knocked out. Everything was under 190 because we manufactured that. Rotom was 190 HP. Latias was 180 HP. Every Pokemon that had 1 prize left, they had a bunch of 1 single prizers that were under 190. They had a couple 2 prizers that were at or under 190. So we literally had checkmate on board because they couldn't get the last Pokemon out. They needed to play Black Belt. They needed to play Black Belt, or they needed to play Arven. I don't think they had another Arven. Kate! I don't think they had another Arven, which is why I think they were YOLOing for Black Belt, but they were missing 30 damage from the 8th Pokemon that they couldn't bench. So that being said, they didn't have Night Stretcher like I thought they would have here. They had Night Stretcher, we lose, but we could have theoretically, I mean, they might have had Brute. I didn't know if they had Brute Bonnet, they would have put it down. But they didn't have another Pokemon in hand. So if we actually knocked out Brute Bonnet, we probably win that game anyways, but they didn't. They were missing a Pokemon. Maybe they miscounted. Maybe they thought they had it. Maybe they thought something, but it looked like they were going to get very close. They were shy. They were short damage. So they did 230 because of all of those modifiers, and then 30 more damage means the Gardevoir was sitting at 280 damage instead of getting knocked out. They were literally 30 damage shy from knocking out Gardevoir. Exactly. And Gardevoir just takes out whatever they promote. So again, post-rotation Gardevoir not exactly having the most stellar of games, but the top deck of Secret Box after starting a shitty Screamtail with Earthen Vessel in hand with 2 energies is insane. 4 Psychic Energy to start the game, turn 0. Gardevoir, turn 2. Not really many attackers that we could use. Into Klawf. Klawf got the nuts, and we still took them down. So that was a relatively quick game as well. It was a lot of cards played. How many turns? 6 turns. So just a standard game. Probably 15, 20-minute game. Insane. All I gotta say. Is Gardevoir dead? No. Gardevoir is alive and well. In post-rotation. This is not even with Lily's Clefairy. Not even with Lily's Clefairy. Kind of insane. There you go.